The parallel democracy is the solution to ending political subordination and convert the republic into a true democracy, forming the agreement of governance with the dynamic vote. I'm sure this seems new to you, so stay with me to explain it. To understand what the parallel democracy is, you have to know that the republic is not a democracy and elections are never a mechanism of democracy. Do you know that elections are a process to exclude people's participation in governance? So this is something contrary to what politicians are telling us. Welcome to the Republic. If you thought it was a democracy, you are very wrong. The Republic is not a democracy, it is the opposite of what we have understood. The Republic is a system that has existed to supplant democracy. It is a system invented by very clever politicians to make the people believe that they are applying some type of democracy. Humanity has always had hope in elections and has always believed that they are a democratic mechanism. But in reality, elections are a game of the Republic, in which politicians are always the only winners in this dirty game. At the end of the elections, politicians end up monopolizing the power of governance, while the people always remain in the lower class of society, subordinated and exposed to all kinds of manipulations by politicians without being able to do anything. When people feel that politicians have betrayed their trust, the only option they have is to wait until the next election to repeat the same mistake, voting for other politicians with anonymous ballots blindly and without any guarantees. The Republic has existed to bury democracy and rule out the participation of the people in governability. The elections are a farce to force the people to discard their votes, throwing the anonymous ballots into the ballot boxes and then practically throwing them in the trash, so politicians always end up in power alone doing what they want. The solution has always been democracy, because it is a system created by wise people to free humanity from political subordination. So how can we revive democracy? The solution is very simple. We must leave the Republic as it is, with its politicians and institutions, but in the elections we must use the dynamic vote instead of anonymous ballots. In this case, the question arises: what is a dynamic vote? Well, it is simply a vote that can be rectified at any time through a computer system. This means that we are not going to throw our votes away for politicians, but we are going to lend them our votes on the condition that they comply with their proposals. So, the elections will be a day to form the agreement of governability with the politicians, and this agreement is logically based on their proposals and their solutions. So if the politicians respect this agreement as they have said during the election campaigns, then it will be exactly what the people want. If not, then the people have every right to rectify their votes and break the agreement. Politicians who do not comply with the agreement of governability should never be occupying the institutions of the state. With dynamic vote, the people will always have the possibility of terminating the agreement of governability with any politician who does not comply with it. And they can easily move their votes to find other candidates using the computer application. Then the dynamic vote becomes a power in the hands of the people to control the state's governance in parallel with the politicians. So we are talking about converting the Republic into a true democracy, in which the people will have superior power to control the institutions of the state. So this is the parallel democracy.